it is where I'm at. How you doing today? I hope everybody's having a blessed morning so far, and I hope you have a better blessed afternoon. I'm in Joplin, Missouri. One last day. I decided that I would stay one more day. Got a couple signatures yesterday. Met some nice people. Got a donation. Got rid of one of my shirts. Um, so I figured, you know what? We just give her one more day in Joplin. I haven't decided whether I'm going north. Haven't heard back from Doug yet. I made a phone call and sent a message. I'm going to have to call him again afternoon probably. I know he's a busy man. I was supposed to call him last night, but I didn't get a chance to. I got stoned and went to bed after my live. So I want to talk to him, see what kind of dealio is going on up there, and if it's a good dealio and whatnot, and I might do it that way. If not, then I'm going to take the southern route because it's half the distance, and go straight to Wichita. Hey, I'm from New Mexico. Thank you, my friend. I started this journey March 1st, 2014 in Farmington, New Mexico. Yeah, I'm from New Mexico. Uh, right on, my brother. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I didn't know if you knew I was from New Mexico. Oh, well, the day's been fine so far. Um, not many people come by before lunch. I'm hoping maybe a couple people will come by during lunch. But the vehicle just being here, the people that stop, take pictures, whatever, that don't actually even talk to me or nothing, but they take a picture, hey, Billy, Joe, Bob, did you see this on such and such, whatever. So just being in town and whatnot, it gets around. So me sitting here talking to you, watching a TV program or something, I'm still fighting for the cause. I've still got that mobile billboard out here. All someone's got to do is, read it and find out about the petition or scan the QR. Um, that's why I say it's a 24-hour mobile billboard is all it is. I just maintain it and move it. Right on. Yo, Mr. Will. Doggone, every time I do a live, we get fire trucks or ambulances or something going by. That was a fire truck, rescue truck. That means an ambulance will be going by shortly, probably. He might be going over to Walmart. With that siren engine like it did, he probably pulled over to Walmart. I don't know if you've seen Will where Sammy said hi to you, by the way. Hey, check that out. 6 people and 3 likes. Half of you like me. Thank you. I like all of you. Don't feel shy to tap the screen a couple times and send a like. It actually helps the channel grow, and that's what we need. Heck, we got a little over half dozen signatures since yesterday on the petition, and it's from the social media. Well, a couple of them was the people that stopped by yesterday, but either them, their friends, or the social media, whatever, it's working. Sign and share that petition. If you sign it and share it and get one person to do it, damn, there's 2 people. And then there's two people, and there's two people. We're strong in number, but we just got to come together. And there's a lot of petitions people can't sign in this world. Well, this one anybody can sign. If you got a name, address, and email, you can sign it. That's all it's going to ask you. Don't ask if you have a record, if you lost the right to vote, or any of that crap. Get on the petition. Have your voice heard. Oh, you got several calls earlier? Right on. Hey, thanks for turning on the caps lock. It makes me read it easier. I know you did it for me. Thank you, my brother. He's not yelling at me. I need cataract surgery. This real close-up, I can see Desmond, whatever, but this real close-up, whatnot, these kind of help straighten me out reading this damn screen. Oh, what's the thing I'm setting inside? Hang on, I'll show you in a minute. Thank you. Yes, sign the petition, set the notifications, everything. Please, please, please. There's a fentanyl crisis. Oh, yeah. Yeah, well, if they would legalize, there's a fentanyl crisis everywhere, my friend. Actually, everywhere. Not downplaying Texas, but everywhere. If they'd go ahead and legalize weed instead of wanting to decriminalize it, that would have took care of a lot of it. But hell, Texas almost lost their hemp. What I was setting inside of is a mobile billboard. It's called a Winnebago. It's a 1987 Winnebago Aladdin is what it's called. It's a mobile billboard. And the message is, nobody belongs in jail for weed. And you can screenshot that. But, yeah, here. Let me do it right for you. I'm here in Joplin, Missouri today. Come on by. Last day. I give you the 1987 Winnebago Aladdin. That's what it says on the title. It's basically a Chevy 454 P30 truck. Winnebago built a body on a Chevy P30 truck frame, engine, 454 and whatnot, and put this body on it. And it's called a Winnebago Aladdin is the model, which is now the Cannabago. Just like my name used to be Jim Stevens. Well, now it's 420 Jim. That's on my license, my birth certificate, everything I own now. The judge changed my name legally to 420 Jim. That's why I got a couple of trolls that are just, they can't get enough of me, I guess. Awesome, does it run? Oh, I just put head gaskets on it. Yeah, I've had it coast to coast. Yeah, I've had it coast to coast. I plan on going to Wichita in the next couple of days. Yeah, I'm not in no hurry, but I'll stop along the way and say hello to people. But yeah, I drove it into here. Thank God I got AAA in case something happens, but I put an engine in it a couple of years ago by myself. There's a few people right here on the channel that can testify to that. I used a skid steer with a 20-foot aluminum beam, and I drove it through the driver's door on the other side. You see the passenger door up there? This actually has doors up front where you can go in and out of. They're a pain in the ass. I don't use them. But it actually has front doors. So, that's my mobile billboard. And I'd appreciate it. Anybody that likes what I'm doing, double tap the screen, give it a like, share it. Most of all, sign the petition. And you can find that at 420gym.com. Oh, goodness. Whew. Oh yeah, it's with the generators and everything. It pushes 35 foot. The motorhome they say is 30. It's probably actually 32. And then I know the generator's another couple of feet hanging back. So I say 35 foot overall, give or take an inch. What do you mean, why is cannabis so important to me? Did you know Henry Ford made the hemp car that run on hemp fuel? Do you know marijuana was in the anointing oil? Yeah, that Christ made, the anointing oil. It was called cannabosum. It's one of the most beneficial plants on earth. When it grows, it takes out 25% more carbon monoxide than any other plant on earth. Yeah, it produces a little air, but the trees do most of that. Well, hell, we chop down all of our trees. You know, marijuana will make anything a tree will make. Anything that man makes out of wood or plastic can be made from marijuana. We add one chemical to it, and the plastic biodegrades in 80 days. You can run every car and truck in America on hemp fuel. It's, like I say, one of the most beneficial plants on earth. Why do you think we can't have it and we're not supposed to have it? They talk about wanting to go green. That's a bunch of bullshit. Hemp batteries are way better than lithium batteries. You don't have to tear up the land. Like I say, we don't need plastic. Put that shit on your rockets and send them to the sun. Get that shit off our planet. Hemp can save our world. What do you mean? Why? It's the most beneficial plant on earth. That's a great question. I'm glad you answered it, because out of all the plants that God created, most of all, we should have cannabis. Your body produces the same THC that they talk about that gets you high, that they say you hallucinate. That's bullshit. You get a little euphorium. But your body produces that same exact chemical, not narcotic. And when a lady has breast milk, her natural levels, she's never took her from the plant at all, her natural levels are 8 times higher at that time that she has breast milk. What do you think gives pain relief and hunger to the fetus as it develops? People need to get their heads out of their ass and do research on cannabis, because it's all out there. It's all out there. Quit believing it is the devil's lettuce. Ask yourself this. God made every herb. Do you think God made devil's lettuce? Or do you think man made it, like money? See, before William Randolph Hearst used the fake word that Trump uses, fake news, it was always called yellow journalism, but he won't use that because it goes back to the word marijuana. Yeah, that's when it all started, when they used the fake news, the newspapers and shit, all started over marijuana and the word marijuana. He made it racial. He said them filthy Mexicans brought their marijuana, gave it to the blacks. They're raping the white women. The white women like that big D, and they go back, you know, and it's not rape. It was all racial and all. One question to that. Just one question to that. Who gave it to Thomas Jefferson, George Washington, and Abe Lincoln? The aliens? What do you mean the Mexicans brought it? We can prove it. George Washington, Jefferson, way before William Randolph Hearst had it here. But it wasn't named marijuana. It was named hemp and cannabis at that time. So, just like them turning the devil's lettuce, which is money and always has been until they changed it to cannabis, the same with the word marijuana. It's never been the marijuana plant. That's a totally different plant that does grow in Mexico. And they call it loco weed. And it don't look nothing like the cannabis plant. It's not in the same family, nothing to do with it. But with his fake news, as Trump yells, William Randolph Hearst screwed over the people, the public and all. And the New York Times, they started with their fake news too. And all that's history. One could just look back and see all that. Oh, hey, I'm 66 and a half. I'm 66 and a half years young. Yeah, I will talk to the can for a second. You said something about packing a bowl, and yeah, I know smoking from cans aren't the greatest for you, but you know what? There's more aluminum oxide and shit and whatnot that we're breathing in per particle every day in our lungs from their chemical spraying of the cloud seeding and all. Don't worry about it. I enjoy old school smoking out of a can, and don't worry about it. It ain't gonna kill you smoking out of that can any quicker than it is breathing this air and what they put in it. I wish I knew what you was saying. Woo. Yeah, okay, yeah, 66. I'll be 67 in December. At the end of the year, I'll be 67. Yeah, this is a live video. I'm setting in my mobile billboard. I drive a mobile billboard across the United States of America, fighting to release all of our cannabis prisoners because nobody belongs in jail for weed. You know, back when all these states legalized it, the sky didn't fall. None of that BS that they lied to us about happened. It was in the anointing oil. If you look in the Hebrew Bible, it's called cannabis. It's the most beneficial plant ever made. That's why we can't have it. And I don't think people belong in jail now that's been legal lots of places. Why haven't all of our federal prisoners been let out? Because of prisons for profit and stuff. They want to keep them beds full. It has nothing to do with the non-violent criminals that are in there, especially cannabis people. And if you believe in what I'm saying and that we need federal legalization, you can screenshot and scan that. Or you can go to my website, 420jim.com, 420jim.com. But this is my mobile billboard that I was talking about. I like to remind everybody that the Creator gave me every herb-bearing seed. And that's in the first chapter of the Bible. He didn't stutter. And everybody needs a little Jesus. Okay, now should we smoke pot? No. We shouldn't smoke anything. Hey, a picture of him taking a picture of me. Thank you, sir. He gave it to us as meat. We shouldn't smoke anything in our temple. Tobacco, campfire smoke, none of that. You know, so I don't say smoke pot, even though I do. Don't judge me because we're not supposed to judge. But he gave it to us as meat. And my Creator is not a dumb creator. When he made this spiritual plant, he knew what he was doing. He knew exactly what it could do for the world. And that's why Satan hates this plant the most. He put a force field around every bud. Don't believe all this hype and about the numbers and shit that you hear, and that's why it's THCA, and that's why it's the other this and this, that, and the other. The only thing you really got to remember is every cannabis plant is THCA. Every plant is THCA. It has a force field around it. And the only thing that breaks that force field is heat. And once heat's been applied, it breaks that force field and you get the euphoria from the plant. That's why when you smoke it, bong it, whatever, vape it, cook it in the butter, cook it in a batch of brownies, heat it up in a stew, you will get the euphoria from it. It becomes THC. The same THC that each and every one of our bodies produce. They should not even consider putting it as a class 3 narcotic until they can prove what narcotic's in it. If they want to call it like aspirin and Tylenol and Bayer's aspirin, okay, cool. But keep in mind, man makes that stuff. They don't call it a narcotic. They do call it a drug. You can't buy it, as a kid and whatnot, which I understand. And every one of them products can kill you. So why don't they put it in that class if they got to call it a drug? Me personally, I think they're full of shit. I think something that our Creator makes is not a drug. Man has to make drugs. Man has to, just like you can't go to the grape and get drunk, man has to process it. You can't go to the cocoa plant, cocaine plant, fentanyl, none of that without man processing it. Therefore, it's not from God. Cannabis plant used to be from God. Now you got a lot of bullshit out there in these dispensaries that is all genetically modified bullshit. And I'll say it, yeah, they're trying to dumb down a lot of people too. The indica, the couch. Why do you think they come out with that? They want a bunch of zombies just zoned out, sitting around, stoned, and doing nothing. Bringing out the, too lazy to work. Well, no, it's just they genetically modified and made so much THC into it that it's kind of a shame. Me? Give me the sativa. I want to be up, out, doing something, whatever. I don't want to be there and not want to do nothing. But it's all by design. It really is. People just aren't awakening to it yet. Well, we should be able to grow our own. So, boo-hoo if legalization did whatever to y'all. Boo-hoo, cry a big tear. Nobody gave you or anyone else to say we're the only ones that can cultivate and whatever. Get over it. And California does not have the best pot. Out of my 38 states traveled so far, a little town in Kentucky up in the mountains. Kentucky bluegrass. It kicked the butt of anything I've had in California so far. Just saying. Now, the best pot I'd love to have and smoke myself right now, the sativa y'all used to grow out, on the side of the mountain stuff down there in California and whatnot. Man, that was the shit. That was the shit. It really was. And that will always be my best favorite. You know what I mean? Going out there in Humboldt County and all that, what out there? And the nice mellow sativa and whatnot. You'd have a buzz for a couple hours. You'd have cotton mouth. You'd get the munchies. They took all that shit out of this new pot and stuff. A lot of people like indica in the couch. And I'm not saying it's going to make all people, like me. If that's all I got to smoke, I know to take one hit, maybe two, just like a dab. 2 and I'm done. I don't care what it is, whatever, because I know if I take that third or fourth, that's it. The Homer Simpson. And to me, that's not, And there's 2 things you can do on pot, and this is before they even come out with the in the couch heavy stuff. You can smoke yourself straight, and you can smoke yourself to sleep. With the indica, I'm always smoking myself to sleep first. It's been a long time since I smoked myself straight, but I've done it a few times. But that's the biggest consequences ever in cannabis. Let me see if I can catch up on some of the messages. I'm sorry. Oh, it's all about the money. Everything now in them dispensaries is about the money. I tell people, see your local guy. He don't care about your federal rights to bear arms, so he's not going to, know anything, don't want to swipe your license, don't really care who you are, and he's not going to tax you. So common sense tells me you see your local guy. I mean, that would be my theory. Oh, I'm not saying indica hasn't existed. Sativa and indica's been around, the whole plant has for years. But no, a lot of stuff has been genetically modified, flower to bud and whatnot. It's all grown in chemicals, never see soil and stuff. And no, that's not of God. None of that shit's of God. That's man-made bullshit, like they're man-made meats and stuff they're doing. And there's a lot of man-made bullshit out there. I got to give credit back to the growers in California and all over. But see, they don't have them heirloom seeds no more. Now they got all the bullshit seeds and stuff, so that's why their product's a lot of bullshit now. And that's just the truth. That's just the truth. No, 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 no. It has nothing to do with lazy. And there is a difference. There is a big difference. Come on now. You're talking to 420 Jim, and that's my legal name. Okay, you ever hear of the Bud Creek motocross track? Where they did, I don't know if they still do, but, 10 years ago, they was doing the pro nationals there every year. Well, I'm pretty good friends with the owner of that track and whatnot. I went out there to do a Bud Fest for him when they was doing his Bud Fest. And I hung around so I could see the nationals and all. And they have to get the property camera ready. And 1 week before the pro nationals start, they do this. Pretty much throughout the year, he don't weed eat a whole lot of the place or anything like that, because it really, they have some little races here and there or whatnot, but nothing that's on national TV. I want to come out here and show you, because even through the paint jobs, I leave that on there. Okay, I've got them on here because I've been out there 3 times digging their pond on a rental excavator, going non-stop so we could get her done in a 24-hour rental and stuff. I've weed eated days on end, 8-hour days, up hills and everything else, And we was talking in my 50s. I'm in my 60s now. This is only 10 years ago or whatnot. So in no way, shape, or form will you ever find in my life that I've been lazy. Heck, I just took the heads off of this by myself. You ever lifted the head on a 454 engine? Let me tell you, until you do, but if you have, you know what I'm talking about. I just did a complete head job on this by myself last week. So in no way, shape, or form can you call me lazy, I could prove you totally different. So that's why I say, I know there's a difference. Because if I smoke sativa in the morning, man, I'm just as happy and lots of energy and will go. But if it's indica in the morning, I don't have that get up and go. It's not that I'm going to sit there and be on the couch for nothing, but I've got about half of the thrill of going out and starting the day as if I started the day with a sativa plant. There is a difference. I like the indica of the evening when I'm ready to go to bed. Hey, the best thing you can do is smoke you some indica. You want a good night's sleep and whatever, yeah, you get your couple puffs of indica. But no, it's like the difference of someone drinking coffee and not drinking coffee starting their morning. If I start it with indica, I don't want to be that go through the day. I'm like, well, shucks, I can sit around and get stoned today or something. But if I have sativa, shit, I want to get up and go. So there is a difference. Take it from a 66-and-a-half-year-old man. There is a difference. Or in my life, my brain, maybe we're genetically different. I don't know. There was a lot of things we weren't supposed to have the technology of. Like when you say everything's made with God's ingredients, yeah. But had the fallen angels not come down here and mated with the women and all that, and we hadn't got this technology and stuff that we weren't supposed to have, none of that would happen either. So you when you want to bring that up, you got to bring everything in. Just like people believe in gravity, but it's never been proven. Gravity's a theory. It's not been proven. Just saying. A pound here, 200. That's not too bad. I was up in Starks, Maine a few years ago. Sorry I hadn't been keeping up with the comments. I'm sorry. Hey, double tap the screen if you like what I'm doing, what I talk about. Nobody belongs in jail for weed. Sign the petition. That's the main thing. You sign it at 420gym.com. If you subscribe and like the channel and share it, cool. I'd like to build it up. I was thrown off of Facebook after 11 years, so let's build up the YouTube and get the word out. You know what I mean? This is my last year traveling, but you can follow me. Well, it's going to go into next year, I'm sure. Winter's going to catch up with me. What it is I want to make it to Florida, to Washington, D.C. to do a march, and then back to my home in Black Canyon City, Arizona, where I plan to call it quits. I've been on the road for 11 years fighting for everyone's rights to cannabis and hemp. Let me try and catch up on some of these messages here. I had to skip through a bunch. Blaze it, Green, Paul Green. Gay and lame. Hey, there you go. Yeah, if you want a gay channel, I'm sure there's one on there somewhere. You know, I don't hate gays or anything. I love Jesus. I love cannabis. I like cannabis out of a can. So let me talk to my can for a second, and I'll show you the mobile billboard that I drive around America. And if you like, sign the petition. Well, yeah. Now, as I told you, I will show you my mobile billboard. What's that say? Oh, interesting name. You mean the name of my hang on. You mean the name of my billboard or my legal name when you say interesting name? Let me show you something. If you're talking about my name, yeah, first name 4, middle name is 20, last name's Jim. That's why it's on top of the driver's license. They put your last name on top there in Tennessee. So they would have to call me Mr. Jim. It's 420 Jim. And that would be a fact, Jack. If you put that in under a search engine, you'll see hundreds of stories about me. Everything except what the trolls say is true, but hell, just go watch all their stupidity and lies in the video stuff and you'll figure it out. I don't have to worry about them making themselves look like liars and fools. They do every time they make another video. I don't have time for it, you know what I mean? Because nobody belongs in jail for weed. This is my last year, or next year, if it leads into that, will be my last year fighting. Everybody should just sign the petition. Let's do it this year. If you happen to be in Joplin, Missouri, by South Range Line Road, Zip's Car Wash, come on by. I make these t-shirts, by the way. I actually make these, and I autograph and date them, and I give them to people that make a $20 donation. I only make them in extra large because that's what I wear. And if I don't get a donation, I need a clean shirt to wear, boom, I got me a nice clean shirt to wear. I love giving back for people that help, because my little monthly check of $1,000 retirement can't pay for getting this down the road to everybody else. I need to give her a bath. This is from where I did the head work and I was underneath the vehicle and getting tools and stuff. I need to give her a bath right next to the car wash, but that won't happen. If you're in the area and you donate a penny, a nickel, a dime, a hug, any donation, I let people write on the RV, draw a picture, whatever. It's going to get noisy for a second. one of my favorites. Normally, when I'm set up too, I'll remind everybody how he gave us every herb, and I'll have them read what's above it. And when they say everyone needs a little Jesus, I'd give them one of these, but I'm down to about 3 of them now. And I don't know when I'll be able to buy any more. If anybody would like to help with a couple dollars on the repair or the gas, or getting some figurines, to give out, I more than happily accept. That's to my Cash App, which is the $420-JIMS. The number 4, the number 2, the number 0, and then the letter JIMS. The shirts or the hats. Now, I don't make the hats, but I autograph the hat, and then that way only so many people have the hats with an autograph or anything. And that's pretty much it in a nutshell. Sign the petition. Oh, got a restricted message. That must have been from one of the trollmans. A few of them. Good thing I don't care about or see them. Something about somebody giving something in the bath. What? Have no idea. Indica is better for chronic pain. Oh, I would agree with that. Indica is better for chronic pain. I would agree with that. I have no problem with that. Probably an edible would be even better. A good edible made with the indica product, or even a dab, would do just a little bit better than the. But I guess, depends how you take it. But I agree, pain, definitely. Greetings from Poland. Hey, greetings back. Yeah, petition. Nobody belongs in jail for weed. If you go to 420jim.com, 420jim.com, you can read the petition. We want cannabis federally legal, and we want all of our federal prisoners released. Well, state and federal. If you're sitting in jail for a cannabis charge alone, let them out. Now, if they're in there for another crime, they got to do that time. But been destroyed. I said they should be released. Oh, yeah. Hey, well, here's the thing, when you say give them money for glasses, yeah, they used to be a couple dollars. Now they're $5. Here's the thing. I just put a head job on this Cannabago. You know how much money that cost me to do? And if I didn't do it, or if one other person didn't help me do it, it couldn't have been done. I mean, the good Lord sent me a wonderful person, and they know that I'm actually going to pay him back, which he's not asking. He just asked me if I'd pay half of it back. Heck yeah. I'm going to try and pay it all back, because you never know when you might need someone again in life. I just did a complete head job on this. You can go back on my YouTube here, the lives, and just go look at the lives, you can see this engine torn apart and all. Just like 3 or 4 years ago, I had to put this engine in it when I blew an other engine. I put this engine that's in it now, I put this engine in. I bought it as a used engine when I was in Texas. I put it on a skid steer and a 20-foot aluminum beam, and I just drove it right in through the driver's door. I got pictures and all to back that up too. Nobody would help me. I did it all by myself. I was in a damn auto parts parking lot a week ago, putting heads on this by myself. I don't know. Have you ever lifted the head on a 454 big block engine? Heck, young it's bad enough, but being 66 and a half, it's real fun. So, but you know what? As long as I have people that bless me and help me get her together, but that's why I can't afford glasses this month. There's a lot of stuff I can't afford this month because I had to spend it on the engine. I just got her going day before yesterday. I was stuck in Arkansas where you can't smoke pot for 3 weeks. So I just got here day before yesterday. I just got here Sunday or Monday morning, whenever, where I could actually have cannabis. So I'm happy to be in a state I can have cannabis. Oh, I'm in Joplin, Missouri. Oh, thank you. And God does bless me. He does. He does. Hey, you want to know a blessing He gave me just 2 weeks ago? Right before the Labor Day weekend, I was trying to come here to Joplin. I was in Bentonville, Arkansas. I was getting ready to leave. I was going to come up here and get some good smoke and, celebrate with friends in a legal state and all. That didn't happen. As I was trying to leave Bentonville, I'm going up a bit of an incline and stuff. She's running rough, starts smoking out the tailpipe. I pull over and it dies. And I'm freaked out because now I'm on the side of the road. It's in a curve, a couple 100 feet from the entrance to, like a fancy subdivision and whatnot. If I wasn't in the curb, you may have could convince them to give you 72 hours, because I was, out of the lane and whatnot. But it being in a major curve like that, the best the cops were going to do, and they were there within 5 minutes, the best that they could do was maybe give me a couple hours to figure out what I could do to get it off the highway. And, we're talking and this, that, and the other, and the one cop says, give me a minute. He goes to his car, and he comes back a minute later and tells me, because they were telling me that there was a place just 1 mile up the road. If I could get there, nobody'd bother me. I could be there for the weekend, whatever. But I couldn't be in that curve. And the cop come back from his car, and he says, I got a tow truck coming. My heart just, I can't afford a tow truck. Can't afford them impounding my vehicle because I can't afford a tow truck, all that. I used to drive tow truck, you know what I mean? So I know what it is when the police call you and you come out, la-da-da. Also know how it is when a tow truck operator helps the police and stuff. See, I've been on both ends of this, whatnot. I didn't expect this at all. And nobody knew that I was a tow truck driver or anything like that. None of that come up in conversation. He comes back, tow truck's coming, and I'm thinking the worst, of course. And he says, he's coming and he's going to pick you up and, hey, how you doing? Don't mind me, I'm telling the story on YouTube.
I left you a joint.
Oh, you did? Oh, well, bless your heart. You want to tag the RV? Write something on the RV. Oops, that's the wrong marker. Here's a different marker. Just write whatever you like and take a picture of where you wrote. There, you get to tag it too. Are y'all shy of being on YouTube?
Not at all.
Okay. Look, the young lady that came by and brought me a doobie for present, and they're tagging the RV. And the main thing, have y'all signed the petition yet? If not, you need to screenshot that.
You have your phone? Give me your phone.
I do here.
Screenshot this. And make sure you add your names to the petition. Nobody belongs in jail for weed and federal legalization.
Heck yeah. We seen you in Bentonville the other day. Well, a long time ago.
Yeah, I'm over there fighting with Walmart. You'll see me there again.
Yeah, we seen you with your Walmart sign.
Yeah, it's funny. I can have them deliver groceries here. I can't go across the street and get them. I had the groceries delivered just day before yesterday.
By Walmart Spark.
I wonder if Tyler was the one that delivered the groceries.
Maybe.
I think he was telling me something.
Our
about
buddy
it.
Tyler does that. We do the grocery delivery.
Oh, there you
He
go.
was telling me about how he delivered to someone in a parking lot. I don't know if he probably told us if it was the weed bus though.
Yeah,
Keep going.
but see, as long as it's an address, they will
Yeah.
deliver.
Yeah.
And that's what I like about it. But, come on.
Yeah.
I'd like to be able to go in and get my own poster board or whatever, you know what I mean?
Walmart's stupid.
I like the delivery part, but I still like to be able to treat. Why can't I shop in your store?
Yeah, that's stupid. If Walmart's fucking dumb.
I hate Walmart. I'm in there.
China Mark. Y'all have a great day. Thank you. Woohoo. Now, see, that's the thing about legal states. Don't get me wrong. I love legal states. I like being back here. I had to come back through this way to get to Wichita anyway. But when you get in these legal states, people want to smoke with you or give you doobies or whatever. That don't help the fuel. It don't help the food. It don't help the mission really. It helps my head and I appreciate that and whatnot. But that's why it's a lot better when I go to the illegal states, because even though people still will turn me on here and there, not as much. You know what I mean? They're more ample to throw $1 or $2 in the jug. But I'll get in these legal states and very seldom, get any cash help. The tagging and whatnot, a bud. Like yesterday, my dugout full of bud because the guy wanted to tag it last night, him and his couple of friends. So he took my dugout and filled it up. Oh, Mr. Cannabis, glad you're back. I missed a lot of comments, and I'm sorry about that, because when I talk and whatnot, and you know what? Of course, I forgot the middle of the story I was in. If I get to the end of the comments and somebody wants to remind me the story and where I was at, I'll finish it. But shit, if not, at some point somebody mention where I was at and we continue. Oh, hey, Rambo, that'd be great. That'd be great. And you never know. I would like to come out to California and file a little suit against Mike Zuckerberg over there on the Facebook platform, And it wasn't until I made the 2 court cases, just small claims, when I made fun of Walmart and made them an event. All of a sudden, I was banned from Facebook. So I think he was tied in with the Walmart and all that too. So, but it is what it is. Oh, my day's going really wonderful. First and foremost, the good Lord let me wake up. My dogs are okay. I'm okay. We all ate breakfast. Everything's, I've had a couple people come by and tell me they're going to sign the petition. I was just gifted a doobie. Doobie, wah. Yeah, good day. Good day. Especially the last 3 weeks, I went without any smoke. Yeah, none. now, this is all I need because I'm getting ready to leave the state and I can't take it with me. So that's another reason I'm kind of staying here today is to get rid of the smoke that I've got. Because I don't carry anything illegal. I've been through 2 illegal searches. I make them look like idiots. They have to come out and say they didn't find nothing, which they don't. That happened in West Virginia and in Kansas, both. Yeah. So, what can you say? Idiots being idiots, thinking I'd carry weed with their fake, my dog hid on it bullshit. Yeah. My door was open on the one. My door was open, the main door, the screen was shut. Open air, you smell through whatever. The dog even jumped up and put his paws on the screen before the guy kicked him, because I guess he thought it was a wall or whatever. I'm sure the dog didn't think it was a screen. It was going to, but his paw prints and claw prints was in my screen because it tore it. And he didn't hit, he didn't bark, he didn't smell nothing through an open door. But yet, on the other side, out of the view of the camera and everything, Walmart camera and everything, he said his dog hit. Now that dog, the same type RV, fiberglass, whatever, that dog smelt through fiberglass panels, but didn't smell through the open air door on this side. How the hell could that be? But out of everybody's view, he said that the dog hit on the other side. So, yeah. But they do shit like that. They're trained to lie to you. Not all cops are bad. Sergeant Woody proved that. Not only when he come back and shook my hand and said he respected me, I really, really respect him because even though he profiled me all, he told the truth. He told the truth in court. And all he had to do was do like most cops will to save their pride and everything, was a lie. When that judge and me both asked him, when he said I drifted towards the center line, did he cross the center line? He told the judge no in the very beginning, and then of course he told me no later when I asked him. And when I asked him, well, you testified I drifted towards the rumble strips on the right that could cause an accident. Did I cross the rumble strips? Did I hit the rumble strips? And he said no, when he could have easily said yes. Because my word against an officer is, you ain't got a chance in any court. You'd have to have video with the sound and all that to prove. But thankfully, both times he answered no, and that's why I won the case. And I threw my hands up. Well, what did I do wrong? I mean, you just proved I maintained my lane. If I didn't cross that center line and my tire didn't cross the rumble, I maintained my lane. It may not have been as prettiest as he wanted it to, but I'm in a big RV and there's potholes, whatever. You know what I mean? But by his own admission, I maintained my lane. There's no way the courts could have found me guilty for that. And that's why the headlines read, "To be blunt." And I kicked Sergeant Woody's ass in court that day in Kingston, Tennessee. But he's a great officer, and he took that court whooping with yeah. I got a lot of respect for him. Like, he stopped a few months later and come out and shook my hand and said he respected me. I got a lot of respect for him too, especially for not lying. Those are the officers we need out there. The ones, no matter what, to tell the truth. And that's the big thing. But they train our cops to lie, trick you up in things. And they can lie to you. That's the bad part. But you can't lie to them because then you get charged. It's not a fair society we live in. Sorry, let me see what else is going on. Yeah, Steve, absolutely. Everybody, Steve needs prayer. Oh, yeah. Okay, now I remember. Now I remember. Thank you. Um, did I have someone coming? Nope, that's not it. Yeah, I broke down, and the cop come, and he said, this tow truck's coming. He said, he's going to pick you up, and he's going to tow you down to this parking lot a mile down the road. And nobody's going to bother you there or anything, and he's not going to charge you anything. And I about fell over. I about dropped on that one. And this is all on a video, one of my live videos, because I go live when it happens. You'd have to go look at my lives a bit. But sure enough, he called the tow company, told him my situation, and asked him, if they could help. And this tow truck driver from Bentonville Towing brought out the semi-wrecker, his Tonka trunk, big yellow semi, and hooked me up, took me down there, and shook my hand, told me have a good day. And at the beginning of the month, on the 1st, I'm going to send them, $20 or something, and a T-shirt. I wished I could have afforded it before I left, but I couldn't afford it. I barely got out of town. It's going to be hard, getting through the end of this month, because like I say, I spent everything on the engine. But the good Lord's going to provide. But see, he sent me an angel. That's the whole point of the story. The good Lord took care of me and sent me an angel. And he was wearing a uniform that a lot of people don't like. Okay, I love our good cops. I just want the bad ones fired. I wouldn't want to be a cop. When my friend got shot and killed when I was driving a tow truck, the only person that come to our rescue was a cop. And they were willing to face bullets and everything for us. I've got a lot of good respect for good cops. I just want the bad ones fired. And what can you say? Which way, Jim, for president? No, I don't think I want that responsibility, but thank you. I don't know if I'd really want that responsibility. Oh, we all have good ideas, but they're not to everyone. And see, if I could make one law and one law only, it'd be but see, people wouldn't abide by it. If they would, we'd be living in the Garden of Eden. If everybody would just apply the golden rule. Simply apply the golden rule. If we all did that, remembered we're human beings on planet Earth, don't we all bleed red? Don't we all come into the world naked and nothing and pretty much leave naked and nothing? Everything else we're taught. Everything else is this matrix, whatever, Hell, I've had people, you look like Jesus. No, I don't. Just like the little figurines I hand out don't look like him, but it reminds people of Jesus. And that's the whole point about it, to put the thought of Yahshua in a person's head. But, yeah. Hey, Dave, if you don't like my story or my channel, and you think you can tell a better story or something, you go right ahead. Go right ahead. Yeah. You know what? I agree with you, free Palestine. I absolutely do. But why don't you put free Russia, free America, free China? Why don't we all get freedom? It's just like, the groups that put Black Lives Matter there a long time ago and all. I asked them the same thing. Sure, Black Lives Matter. But why don't whites and yellows and Native Americans stuff? See, you just think of yourselves. Me, that's why I'm not doing a state petition, but a federal petition. I don't think of myself. I think of everybody in the United States. Why just think of yourselves? Hey, hello back from Colorado. How's it going? He's just mad that. Okay, what'd you put there? Here we go with the woke hippie story. Hey, here, let me show you one. Have you ever done this to a state trooper? Little own a Texas state trooper. You know, where you don't mess with Texas. Yeah, one of their state troopers. If they just come up and say, "You carried any marijuana in there?" what would you say back in response? You want to know what I said? What I'd say back in response? Watch this right here. Oh, wrong one. Never mind. Oh, wrong one. It's this one.
How you gentlemen tonight? Cannabis too. I like it, man. Thank you. There ain't no weed in there. Oh, come on. You don't carry donuts, do you?
Did you hear what I said? He wants to know if there's any weed in there, and I asked him if he's carried any donuts.
How you gentlemen tonight? Cannabis too. I like it, man. Thank you. There ain't no weed in there. Oh, come on. You don't carry donuts, do you?
And see, that was a good cop attaboy. That was a good cop attaboy. We talked, we had, well, boom, he didn't, and everything was good and great. I've run into a lot of great, wonderful cops. I've given out the Bad Cop No Donut Award a few times, too. It just depends on the situation, you might say. No, Ray, I'm probably going to go there tomorrow. He told me I could come anytime. He preferred me to come after 10 o'clock. But, yeah, I'll probably just go by tomorrow. I need to get a hold of Doug. I only called him once, but I left a message. But, he's been busy with his stepchild and all that going on. So, but I want to find out what sort of arrangement he might have for me to be there for a month or whatever, compared to I don't have anything arranged in Wichita either. So, I'd like to find which one's going to work the best for me and maybe the cheapest, whatever. Hopefully I'll have somebody from Wichita reaching out to me or near Wichita that says they got a place or know of a place. I've got a couple of friends from Wichita and whatnot, but I'm not on Facebook no more. I can't get a hold of them. Damn, I can't believe it's already been an hour. I appreciate the likes, everybody. Please sign a petition. It's going up. The numbers are slowly going up. So, if we keep this uphill momentum, I'm going to be happy, happy, happy. I didn't quite see that message, then it got retracted. I was in the middle of reading it and it went, doop. Oh, goodness sakes. Oh, I need to take a nap. You'd think that was indica instead of, oh no, this might be indica. I didn't even think about that. Yeah, this isn't what I got from the cannabis store. This is what someone gifted me last night, and that's probably it. It's an indica because, yeah, I don't think that's a sativa. Guaranteed. So hey, no questions, comments, or concerns, my friends? Anybody? Feel free to ask a question, make a comment, throw out a concern. I do like to ask that people be nice and, mindful of others and stuff. If you like the channel, double tap the screen. If you think nobody belongs in jail for just weed alone and that it needs to be federally legal, I'd ask you to go to 420gym.com and sign the petition. Nobody belongs in jail for weed. Yo, Mr. Will. Damn, you're about an hour late, aren't you? I don't know how I made that penny the other day on TikTok. And, I've done that live today that was just as long and everything and whatnot. I didn't make a penny on that one. I wonder what's up with that. Yo, Sammy, what's up? Oh, there's lots of feds that smoke it and all. And one don't have to smoke it, but, and I appreciate you being a non-smoker and supporting it. That means everything in the world because you understand the benefits of it and everything. To keep one of God's most beneficial plants illegal under federal is just plain criminal. Just like keeping it a class 1 narcotic no medical value for 80 years. Holding the medical patent. Tell me that ain't criminal. But that's our government. That's what they've done. Exactly. It can be proven. So why is Trump keeping up one of the biggest scams and lies in American history? And it hasn't done or will not do anything about that. Wants to make it a Schedule 3. Bullshit. There's no narcotic in it. Never has been. I asked them to prove me that in 2013. They said I was incompetent to stand trial. Here I am. How much later? That happened in 2013, I'm still here. Driving one of the big bus Fago billboards there is. But it is my last year. I want to make it to Florida. Well, first I got to make it Wichita, Kansas. I want to make it to Wichita, Kansas, get my cataract surgery done, all that stuff. I don't like driving at night, but I want to be able to, or get my vision back, for the night and all. So, I'd like to get my cataract surgery done. I want to go down to Sarasota, Florida. I grew up in Sarasota and Tampa. I want to go down as far as Sarasota, Florida. Visit my stepmom and stuff, if possible. Stepsister, her kids and stuff. And then go to Washington, D.C. It may or may not involve a march, depending on how many people are on the petition. You show me a bunch of people on the petition, and I'll pull the papers to do another march on D.C. when Trump's in office, like I did when Obama was. But I don't want to pull a permit when I ain't even got 1,000 people. You're 15? Well, you shouldn't be on this channel. Why are you telling me you're 15 and on this channel? You had to lie to be on this channel then. Absolutely had to lie to be on this channel because my channel is clearly marked for adults. So goodbye. See ya. Shouldn't tell me that you're 15 years old on my channel because you lied to get on the channel in the first place. That's why I won't get in trouble for that. But if somebody's going to claim to be underage, well, I'm getting rid of them anyway. Normally it's not an underage, it's one of them trolls being an idiot. I wouldn't go and read the conversation or nothing, but I just said, I'm 15. By age 15 and 16, parents should have already explained everything there is about cannabis and coke and opiates and all that to their kids. Parents should be, and teaching them, not schools and shit. Oh, 15 sober. I'm sorry, hang on. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me... Oh, well, see, my vision, my bad. I am sorry. I thought he said he was 15 years old. Let me, 15 sober. Hey, I need to, well, I hope he sees it. Hey, I apologize that I read that wrong. I thought you said you was 15 years old. I should have took the time to read the rest of the message. And hey, thank you for pointing that out. Hey, can one of you that can write tag him in a message and let him know that I didn't, you know? I'd like for him to come back where I tell him I apologize. Jamie, I'm sorry, or wasn't. Oh, okay, no problem. Thank you. I'm so sorry. I thought you was telling me you was 15, and see, that's what I get for assuming. I just made an ass out of myself. Thank you so much, and thank you for telling me no problem. And see, I have no problem admitting when I'm wrong. That's what we do. And, you know, it reminded me of a story in San Antonio, Texas, years back. I was doing this and whatnot. And elderly black guy come by and wanted to bum some change, said he wanted a honey bun. And I'm like trying to make gas money and whatnot, and I tell him, you know, and I'm thinking he ain't gonna buy no honey bun. He wants to go right in that liquor store there and get him a bottle or whatnot, you know. That's the first thing come to my mind, whatever. I just told him, you know what, sir, I'm out here begging for change myself. I really can't spare it. And he, you know, and he goes on down, and about 10 minutes later, I see him come back. He comes out of that damn store with a honey bun. And I fell over. And, I mean, that's exactly what he told me. Now, if he had something else, I don't know, or whatever. But that just taught me a lesson right then, you know, because he wanted exactly what he was asking for when he asked me for the change. And I judged him and thought he wanted a bottle or something. So the Lord touched my heart, and I called him over, and I told him exactly what happened and gave him $5, you know. Thank you for reminding me of that story, too, so I could share that story once again with people. We shouldn't judge or whatever. And I wasn't trying to judge you or nothing. I just seen that 15, but then I made that remark that I didn't have to read the whole comment, yada, yada, yada. See, I just made a complete fool out of myself, because the point I learned from this is, yes, I should have read the comment. I should have just read that I'm 15 and think the worst of someone, you know. So thank you for that lesson today, and I will learn from it. And my gosh, thank you for pointing out to me that he was saying that he's 15 years sober. I took that message wrong. See, I like angels like y'all that watch my channel and point things out, because we all make mistakes. The only person that didn't make a mistake, they crucified. So we're all going to make a mistake. And thank you. And thank you for understanding. I really appreciate you. Well, Sammy, thank you. Yeah. It's going to be a big move to either Kansas City, Missouri, or Wichita. I just got to figure out which one first. I got to talk to Doug and whatnot. Eventually, it's going to be Wichita, so it may be just as well to go to Wichita. I don't know. I'll see the pros and the cons and everything and weigh them as soon as I hear the whole story, and go from there. Oh, okay. Right on. Didn't get this yet. Right on. Hey, that's cool when we all got our little story and things like this remind us of them little stories and stuff. Isn't that just so cool? Absolutely. Like I say, the last perfect human they crucified. We all make mistakes. We may not realize we do it first and whatnot, but we all make mistakes. And it's okay to admit our mistakes and not hide them and stuff. It really is. There's a way to turn on voice messages. I don't even know how to do that. Oh, I have no idea how many miles I've got on the Cannebago. I've taken it from California to Starks, Maine, and back and crisscrossed. And now I put another engine in it. This engine that's in it that I just did the head job on last week, I put that engine in here about 3 years ago. The block cracked on the first one from a brutal winter. And I put this engine in. She'd been a great running engine. Then I let her overheat and had to do a head job on her. Probably every bit of that. Hey, Jeffrey. Probably every bit of that. Yeah, probably every bit of that. I do want to put another few thousand miles on it, and then it's going to be retired when I get back to Arizona, good Lord willing. I want to go to Florida, Washington, D.C., and then home to Florida. I probably won't be able to do that this year, but I'm not going to go back to Arizona neither this year. I'm going to winter somewhere between Wichita, Kansas, and Sarasota, Florida. I'm going to winter somewhere, and then after the winter, continue the last of my journey, either to Florida if I hadn't made it yet. But Florida, Washington, D.C., and back to Arizona is on my journey. And stopping, seeing a bunch of friends, in different places along the way. And so it'll probably be next year that I officially get to end the journey and get back home and not leave there again. I'm going to officially get off the road. Hell, I may even, at that point, turn my license in. I turned in my CDLs years ago because I didn't want to drive tractor trailer or semis or anything anymore. And hell, I'm getting to where I don't want to drive anymore. I put so many damn miles behind the steering wheel and whatnot. If I had a chauffeur or something like that, shit, hell yeah. I'm so sick and tired of driving, it's not funny. All my relationships, I drove. I mean, like, they knew how to drive, but if we went together, I always had to be the one to drive, and just, I don't know. Oh, you should try it, actually. Actually, what have you got to lose? What have you got to lose? You see what I'm saying? You should try Rick Simpson oil, the real Rick Simpson oil. You've heard it called RSO, Rick Simpson oil. You get a hold of real Rick Simpson oil, you're going to be amazed what it does for you. Oh man, I've been through Kentucky now. Kentucky had the best weed in my whole journey. Hang on a minute. If I maybe pause. My friend Doug, he's going to call me back later and let me know the info on going up there. Sorry I had to put you on hold. Hang on, let me read this. Have a terrific Tuesday. Hey, you too, Bruce. Yeah, I hope everybody has a terrific Tuesday. Yeah, well, every plant is THC until heat is applied. Then it becomes THC. To have the most benefit medically from it, you use the Rick Simpson oil. You don't smoke it. You take and put a little drop of it. Basically, it's gooey, thick oil. And you put a little drop under your tongue. You ingest it orally. And it smells and tastes like a skunk's ass, pretty much. But yeah, you can find the original Rick Simpson products. I think he still has a website, but you got to go to his website. Make sure you get the right products, because of course there's knockoffs and stuff and cheaper and this, that, and the other. He made it where you could actually make it your own. He did a video where you can make your own. But it's cannabis oil and it's thick like tar. Oh, absolutely, Patrick. That's why, and I have antifreeze in. Weren't you the one that told me what it tastes like? I thought you was the one that described it to me. Heck, that must have been one of my other friends. I'm sorry, Frankie. I thought you was the one that... Yeah. Never mind. Yeah, home is Arizona. Yeah, I'm tired of driving with a bunch of morons. I agree with you. Driving's gotten so much worse and worse and worse. Yeah. Oh. But hell, in Tennessee, I got pulled over for going 2 miles over the 2 miles under the speed limit. Now, this is a good story too. They caused an accident. Yeah, state police caused an accident. Actually did. I'm coming into Knoxville, out from the mountains, whatever. I'm coming into Knoxville, and it's light rain and wind, and I'm bebopping around down in, coming in, getting ready to come into the Knoxville area, and an unmarked Tennessee trooper pulls me over. And I pull over the side of the road, and here's this, unmarked, gray, whatever, trooper with his little flashy lights in the bumpers and this, that, and the other. on the dash, whatnot, got me pulled over. And he's telling me how I'm impeding traffic by going 2 miles under the speed limit. I'm thinking to myself, well, shit, pull up my driver's record. It's as good as his could be. Mine's almost perfect, you know. You might try mine, but you can't beat it. And I drove tow truck 13 years, so, you know, I'm listening to this bullshit. And another trooper that's fully marked, you know, the lights on the top and the big emblems on the side, pulls up. And just as he's getting out of his car door, another Texas trooper with his lights and shit all blaring pulls behind it. So now you had the RV going 2 miles under the speed limit, impeding traffic according to the officer, or could be impeding traffic. And I tried to tell him, you know, I drive a half mile ahead. I look ahead, you know. If I'm impeding traffic, then people shouldn't probably be driving, you know. You drive to the weather, and in weather conditions, you slow down, especially if it's subject to wind. But I wasn't going to argue none of that. I would do that in court if I had to. But as he's explaining to me this, these cops pull up, and they get about halfway over to where me and he is, and you hear, crunch. And the next thing you hear is the cop saying, you can go. You can go. He wanted me out of there before they had to write up that accident scene and all. He said, you can go. 6 or 8 months later, it could have been about 8 months later, I pull into the truck stop to get a jug of propane filled, you know, one of the 5-pound bottles, or 5-gallon bottles, whatever they call them. And I'm there getting the propane, waiting on it. And this SU state trooper, Mark, pulls up, rolls down the window and says, you remember me? And I'm like, no, can't say I do. I've met lots of good officers. He said, I pulled you over up there. And I'm like, you're the one that caused the accident. And we both busted up laughing. He knows he did. And, yeah. Fun moments in Tennessee. I hadn't thought about that one in a little while. But they caused an accident by pulling me over, saying that I could cause an accident. Then what made that fool think that the people aren't going to rubberneck? You know what I mean? Can you imagine a pot vehicle with an unmarked and 2 others? As you're going by, you're trying to see Willie Nelson or who they're throwing on the ground or something. You know what I mean? You're wondering who the hell's in that man and you know, how many's going to prison. If I rolled up on something like that, I'd be all, you know what I mean? Big pot van in an illegal state. You got undercover behind it, and then the 2 state troopers. Crunch. They tell me I can get out of here. Could you imagine all the people sitting in the line and stuff wondering why the pot man's driving away? And the cops are... Yeah, yeah. Hey, hi back to all of you. Hey, that's a true story. That's absolutely a true story. Heck, I've had cops ask me if I'm carrying marijuana, and I ask them if they carry donuts. I just showed a video of that in Texas. That's happened a few times. I've handed a cop the bad cop no donut bumper sticker. Trooper Roach accepted the bad cop no donut a sticker in Huntington, West Virginia. He's the only cop that ever accepted it. He said, thank you. You've seen me out and about. I don't know. I've been in 38 states, on the road 12 years, bebopping around. There's a good chance you have. Right now I'm in Joplin, but this is the last day. So anybody wants to come by and get a selfie or take pictures with the Cannabago or whatever, This is it. Joplin, I'm moving on. Tomorrow. Yo, whoop-oo, what's up, my brother? What's up, what's up, what's up, what's up? Ah, goodness. I'm just kicking back today. It's a nice, cool day. I can wear my little jacket. I mean, it's not like cold or nothing, but I like being able to wear the jacket, get a little bit more attention. Although I'm in a legal state. So, this is the big donation of the day so far. And I'm probably going to donate it or smoke it tonight, because I'm going to be traveling probably. If I do the southern route, I can't travel. I won't have anything because it's all Delta product. Anything I had would be Delta. And I'm sure when I get, people will smoke with me, the Delta product, all that. Oh yeah, one of them just got eye contact. One just had eye contact with me. Oh, you too, my friend. Ever heard of CHS? I don't think so. Canny wig. What's a canny wig? Oh, this a wig? Nah, no wig here. Oh, can't hear shit. Oh, okay. No, I know CRS. Can't remember shit. That's probably why I didn't get that or associate that, because I'm thinking can't remember shit. CRS. Oh, damn. Yeah, the Deltas got banned. Well, what it is, everybody started selling THCA, and every plant is THCA. So when they took and put that THCA in the lab and heated it and found out that it had, all kind of percent of THC in it, they're like, oh crap. See, their games always catch up to them. Their games catch up to them and whatnot. And so now they want to try and ban all this and that and whatever. The only thing they legalized was 0.3 hemp. And every bit of that THCA product is better than 0.3. Every bit of it. And they're not lying. It's THCA because heat hasn't been applied to it. They're the only ones telling the truth. What's up? Damn. What's your point? You can't see my mouth. What do you want to see my mouth for? Why would you want to see my mouth? My cousin, his name was It. You might have remembered him from the Addams Family. Thank you, Blake. One of the idiots said I couldn't see my mouth, and another idiot said that I got a pretty mouth. We got the idiot on here. Hey, yeah, I'm just another old hippie dude, but look what I drive. Hey, and if you like what I drive, double tap the screen, give me a like, okay? And make sure you sign the petition. Nobody belongs in jail for weed. Sign the petition at 420gym.com. And yeah, if you like what I drive, my mobile billboard across America, yeah, double tap that screen. How about subscribing to my channel? It don't cost nothing. How about sharing the video? Don't cost nothing. But your interaction will help me spread the word this year. Because Facebook ain't did shit for 10 years. I've been on Facebook. They banned me from it now. So, especially if you're a YouTube supporter, help me show how good YouTube is. Share my channel. Hit the notification, because I just got back on the road yesterday. I was down for a bit doing new head jobs on it. Help me spread the channel. Spread the love. Nobody belongs in jail for weed. We need federal legalization. If you're over by 16th and South Range Line Road in Joplin, come by and say hi. Bring a penny, a nickel, a dime, a dollar, any donation at all. I'll give you a marker and let you write on the Cannabago. If you'd like. You don't have to. I like it when the kids draw on it. The adult kids too, but I mean, I'm talking about like the little kids like down there. Even the little kids like to write on it. Draw pictures. And the messages that I try and bring to people. See what I mean? Oh, somebody wrote a paragraph of something here. Let me check and see what this is. Thank you. Hey, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate the kind word, and I remind you of the old friend and all. Thank you. Thank you. Where's the weed? Half a block down the street. It's called Missouri-made marijuana. They got Ace. You can get out the door with like $15.50 out the door. It's called Missouri-made. They give you 1/8 of. That was sativa. They give you 1/8 of that for 15 something out the door. I got $2 off because I had points from last month or 2 months ago when I was here before. I got a couple points, $2 worth of points. Now this is a crapshoot. I don't know what this is. They just walked up and gave me a doobie because they wanted to sign the Cannabago. So this is whatever pre-roll that they bought at a dispensary. Could have been this one, whatever, but yeah. There's a dispensary, a 24-hour dispensary, half a block from where I'm sitting. And it's called Missouri-made. I'll be damned. Always blaze up. You know, if the whole world lit up a joint right now, we'd have world peace for 2 hours. What's wrong with that? I said that on the TV news in Texas. And they didn't edit it out. Cheers. And no, I'm not drinking. I just happen to have a big pipe. And yes, I know, oh, it's not good to smoke out. You do more damage to your lungs breathing this damn air in right now with all that stuff they're putting in the air and spraying our sky for the weather modification than that can ever do. But I appreciate the thoughts. And we shouldn't be smoking in the beginning, so there's that. Apples are cool. Oh, if I smoke a J, my pot would be gone like that. You forget I'm 420 Jim. I love to smoke. And if I light up a joint, it's real hard for me to put it out. Real hard. Like, I don't like putting them out. Don't hand me a joint you want me to put out. We're going to smoke that joint down to the roach. So I don't roll joints. I just do the one hits. That reminds me not to do joints. I made that eighth last 2 days. Now, had I rolled that in joints, it would have been gone in 6 hours. Oh, I wish I had a dab rig to hit, but I don't have no dabs or rig. I don't carry paraphernalia. And, of course, I don't have no dabs. They probably got some pretty cheap dab over there, but, and I don't have a rig or nothing, so I keep it simple. Why do you think I use a can? I don't carry paraphernalia. When I leave the legal state, I've left pot right on the state line. Hell, one time, Colorado, almost an ounce. I leave pot on the state line. Any paraphernalia I would have, I've left pipes on the state line. But, if it's a can, I can just crush that up and throw it away. Yeah, I don't carry in illegal states. And I'm getting ready to go into Kansas, which it is illegal there, although it's all over the place. Oh, I'm in Missouri right now. I just left Arkansas, which had medical, but because I was in Walmart's hometown, nobody would share. Nobody would share. They're all closet smokers there. There's plenty of people that smoke it there and all, and that like it and whatnot, but they don't share. And I don't blame them, because you always had someone from Walmart watching you. So I was happy to get out of Bentonville, Arkansas. That's the only city out of all the cities I've been in my travel that was like that. Everywhere else, even if it was illegal or what, even didn't have medical. People come by, they had it, they, shared whatever. But not Bentonville, Arkansas. They're all closet smokers there. You got to talk as you can. I had a little dugout with a little one-hit pipe. I can't find the pipe. I got the dugout, but I can't figure out where the heck the little pipe went. I think that's what always happens with those. You always break something or lose something. Oh, what time is it getting to be? Almost 2 o'clock. Well, yes and no. Yes and no. Yes, under state law, you're absolutely correct. It might be legal. Under federal law in the state of Florida, it's a class 1 narcotic hallucinogenic, no medical value. Not here to argue with you. Just, that's the facts. And they said to stand down on pot. They could change their mind on that at any time. It don't change the fact that at any time they can declare it still. I mean, that they're going to enforce it. Why are they keeping it a Class 1 narcotic hallucinogenic and they let states sell the medicine? They own the medical patent on it and all. See, so don't get before. We have no idea what they're going to do with marijuana. No idea whatsoever. They blatantly keep screwing us for 80 plus years. So why would you trust them on it? Oh, you have Missouri made over there too? Right on. Yeah, it's still federally illegal everywhere, and you can't take cannabis to the post office. You know, you get caught with it, they could do whatever they wanted to with you. You can't take it to the veterans home. You can't take it to the veterans. You can't on federal property. Just having it, you're taking a big chance. It's still not federally legal. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And everything's fine until it's not. Them keeping it as a narcotic tells me that it's never going to be fine to them. But you got to remember, it's the most beneficial plant on earth, whether a person smokes it or not. It's not because you smoke that plant that you can't have it. That's why they let them come out with these dispensaries and the big high hybrids. The in the couch, you know, the indica, the heavy hitting stuff. They want a bunch of people just laying around doing nothing. Not that that does that to everybody, don't get me wrong. There's a lot of people I know that handle indica and they still work and shit. But they are the ones that they hit that indica and they don't want to do nothing at all, you know, and half the time I can't blame them. Hell, I have 2 or 3 hits that indica. There's times I don't want to do nothing. There is such thing as too much. That's why we're supposed to do things in moderation. I use cannabis for my religious belief. It connects me more to God and away from the bullshit. But if I'm not connected with God. But like right now, you know, yeah. I like being connected to people, connected to God. I feel like I'm connected to everything. But if I was smoking the indica, I'd be. So, I don't know. And it's to each your own. Oh, I have no idea the pot laws on Canada. I just know about America. And hell, it's hard to keep these people in America believing the American laws. Oh, the government's always had everybody bent over a barrel. Who gets paid first? When payday comes, you work hard all week and everything, payday comes. Who gets paid first? The government. You get your check second. The government got your check before you got your check. Think about it. Go through life and add up every dollar you made and then go back and add up every dollar you spent in tax. Whatever tax, sales tax, work tax, gas tax, whatever tax. And you'll find that you've given 50 cents of every dollar you ever made back to the U.S. government in taxes. Well, keeping it a class 1 narcotic hallucinogenic, no medical value, and owning the medical patent, isn't that kind of a bias against each other type law? And they've done that since 1971, my friend. Trump wants to make America great again. Just end that great big lie. See, nobody's putting that out there. But I'd love for him to end that big lie. And quit using the word fake news. Call it yellow journalism like it is. Using newspapers and news media and stuff to fool and manipulate the people has always been yellow journalism. He wants to call it fake news. All them. Use the real name, even though if it goes all the way back to marijuana. Yeah. What started all this fake bullshit news to the American people can go all the way back to the word marijuana and William Randolph Hearst. Yellow journalism. Oh, gee. Hey, thank you. Hey, when your legal name's 420 Jim, you got to speak facts, my friend. And that is my legal name. What started this journey? What made me a marijuana advocate back in 2014? I was facing 2 counts of sales of marijuana. Yep, 2 counts of sales of marijuana. Their only problem is, I mean, they set me up with a snitch and everything. Their only problem is they had to prove to my jury, because see, I know they have to prove all points of their case. I wanted them to prove 1 point and 1 point only. I wanted them to prove what narcotic was in marijuana. They couldn't. There is no narcotic in marijuana. Instead, you know what they did? They found me incompetent to stand trial. The very next week, I hit the road and started traveling across the country. Hey, anybody from Texas here? You ever hear that saying, don't mess with Texas? Oh, I'm getting ready to smoke a hit in just a minute after I show you this. You ever hear don't mess with Texas? Well, here's me in Texas. First, I'll show you a little funny. Where's the funny? I was going to show you a funny first, but I guess not. Oh, yeah, there it is. You ever have like an officer or state trooper coming up and saying, you got any weed in there, or something like that to you and whatnot? What would your response be to said state trooper? You know what I mean? Let me show you what my response was.
How you gentlemen tonight? Cannabis too. I like it, man. Thank you. You still ain't no weed in there. Oh, come on, you don't carry donuts, do you?
There ain't no weed in there. And I asked him, did he carry donuts? That's just one of the times I've asked cops if they've carried donuts or anything like that. But getting back to the, don't mess with Texas type thing or whatever, 2018 was the last year my name was Jim Stevens. In 2019, it became 420 Jim. So this is in 2018. They're going to refer to me as Jim Stevens instead of 420 Jim.
ABC 7 News at 10, The Panhandle Spirit, starts now.
One man is on a journey, traveling the country on a mission. You may have seen him in Amarillo today. You can't miss him, really. ABC 7's Jayla Washington joins us now live in studio with what he's up to. Jayla?
Well, Dave, for about 5 years now, Jim Stevens has been to 30 states advocating and collecting signatures for what he calls the most beneficial medicine on earth. What is this exactly? I'll let him tell you. Right here on Route 66 in Amarillo, you'll find Mr. Jim Stevens and his cannabis.
I am 420 Jim.
Stevens, an active advocate of cannabis, has traveled near and far to not only educate,
Peace, love, and cannabis.
but to fight to legalize it across all states since March of 2014.
And like Mr. King, I had a vision, a motorhome and a wheel. I grew up with the alcoholic mom and whatnot. I've seen what alcohol and opiates and coke and everything else does. You don't see that in cannabis.
Stevens says he believes cannabis is key to healing and or treating diseases and disorders like autism, Parkinson's, and epilepsy.
Well, it's the most wonderful medication we have on earth.
And as you might imagine, Stevens' efforts don't go unnoticed.
Oh, it's a cannabis bus.
Some
I think it's pretty cool.
agree with and even support his movement by signing his petition at 420gym.com.
And we have everybody out.
And y'all can sign that petition right now. But it's a new one. Of course, when Trump took office again and our new Congress and all, I had to write a new petition. Y'all can help me, please. Help others and help yourself. I have a petition. It's to Congress and Trump. And we're halfway to the 1,000 that we need to get their attention. They don't even get their attention until there's 1,000 signatures. Then it starts getting promoted and la-di-da and whatever. I need your help. Go to 420gym.com, just like that said back then, and sign the petition. I'm still out here fighting for your rights. That was back in 2018. The same RV you see in the video is the same billboard I have right now. It's just I repainted her last year. It was due for a paint job. I repainted her last year. And when I repainted her, I gave her a new name. It used to be the Cannabis 2. Cannabus 2. But I renamed her to the Cannabago last year. Actually this year, because I didn't put her back on the road until this year. 1987 Winnebago Aladdin, proudly now named the Cannabago. Oh, pot would be the same way. If everybody that smoked pot just stood up and said no, and I mean literally stood up, okay, we got to go to court, okay, they couldn't house all the people in jail and whatnot. You know, the American people forget we had the power. The government and all them, they work for us. But if every true stoner stood up, yeah. Now, I'm not a veteran. I'm flying all the branches flag in honor of my Marine veteran friend, Mr. Sean. He gave me his Marine flag. He also is the one that had that cross, the white cross put on there. I'm not a veteran. I'm their voice. Back in 2015 in Indiana at a veterans reunion, I was asked to come there, and then I was asked to be their voice. And I proudly accepted the challenge, and I've been out here ever since trying to be their voice. So all this month I'm going to fly the veteran flags. I may change them back to the pot flags next month. I might not. It just depends. Yeah, absolutely. If you locked up all the cannabis consumers, especially, they would be half the jail staff, half the prison staff and jail staff, they would have to lock themselves up, man. Come on now. Oh, I normally fly a flag with a cannabis leaf on it and all. Most of my flags are Bob Marley, Cannabis Leaf, 420 Highway, whatever. I'm just, this month, in honor of the vets, and my one veteran friend, you know, that sends me $20 here and there to help me out, I'm flying the veterans flags in his honor this month. So that's all. And that's why I'll be flying the veterans flags this month. A couple weeks ago, I was doing a live, and I think it was on a live. It could have been a private message. I think it was on live though, or it could have been a private message. Don't hold me to it. He says, "Hey, why aren't you flying the veteran flags?" Because he gave me his a long time ago when I met him. He's up in West Virginia, and I only normally fly them, you know, on special occasions, Veteran Day, whatever, a veteran's event or something. Because normally I'm just flying the cannabis flags. And I told him, you know, no real excuse or nothing, except that I don't have poles for him. But next time I set up, I'll switch him to the other poles and fly him. And he's like, cool. I didn't make it to Joplin, I broke down. And I spent a week fixing the RV and everything, getting the head gaskets back on and all. And then when I got here, day for yesterday, or yesterday morning, I put the flags out. Well, so I've been flying them in his honor. Oh, this is day 3 of having them out, so I have been back 3 mornings now. I had to think about that for a second. Don't mind me. I've got an elderly dog that I got to clean up after. That's a sweet looking car. You don't see them no more. Sweet. Flag. Yeah, I've got all kind of flags with the cannabis leaves and stuff on it. Hell, I like showing off the cannabis. Here's my go-to-court suit. See, this is my wear outside suit. This is my go-to-court suit. So, and I have pants and I got a pants and ties and stuff that go with that too. But yeah, I have pot flags. This is all about, I got pot leaves all over it and whatnot. I've got lots and lots of pot flags and stuff. But it's time to fly the flags for the vets this month. I say next month I'll probably put the pot flags back out. Don't hurt to show respect for the vets for a month, right? Back when I first was asked to be their voice, and why it meant so much is they lost their medicine and stuff. They would actually take away their medicine, not give them their pills and stuff like that if they was associated with marijuana. So that was a big deal. And that's why a lot of the veteran stuff couldn't speak out about marijuana. Hey, and I just found what I've been looking for. Yay! Yay! I need to paint yellow stripes on that. That was right there in front of me and I couldn't find it. Damn it, Mon. Now I don't have to use a can. Chevy 2 or Nova. A Chevy 2 probably. It don't look like a Nova to me. Oh, I'd like to try a space cake too. I've never heard of it. Oh, consuming cannabis is totally different than smoking. Yep. If you don't heat it up, you won't get high from it when you consume it. And if you overcook it, you won't get very high. If you undercook it, you won't get very high. But if you hit that magic point where it takes that force field and just breaks it away, not too much and not too little, oh, you'll get a nice high from it. A really, 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 really nice edible high. I've only been looking for this all day long. And it's laying right there in front of me. Right next to something black. So it looked like part of it. I bumped the table, it moved, and I'm like, damn. If I'd bumped the table earlier, I could have used this earlier. I'm like, damn. Praise your vets. Oh, I always praise the vets. Always praise the vets. Hey, the highest honor I'll ever get in the world was when they asked me to be their voice. You know, I could never get another honor higher than that. No, I praise and respect all of our veterans. Well, there's one that's a real piece of crap, but you can't, you know, you have them in everything. Cops, whatever. Everything there's good and bad, even the vets. But you still praise them and thankful for what they did do when they were a vet. You know, because freedom ain't free. And if it wasn't for our veterans, we wouldn't have freedom. So, yeah, that's what puts me in a big conundrum with one of the trolls I have. Because he knows what a real big piece of shit human being he is. He knows what he started and what he's been doing. But he's going to have to take that up with Yahweh, you know. Not my problem there. But I still have respect for what he did as a veteran. Just not what he did afterwards. There's veterans that I made a promise to, I'd be their voice, that he's just... You know, they're looking down at him saying, oh, you know, what a disgrace. They're not looking down at me as a disgrace, but they sure are that veteran. And he involved the veteran's family and all kinds of stuff just over his ego. But he's going to have to live with that when he gets judged, not me. My conscience is all free and clear of that. But everything comes to truth. And one day that's all going to come to the truth. Well, it's about time for me to get out of here, folks. Anybody got any questions, comments, or concerns before I go? Now would be a good time to post them. I'd appreciate it if you all sign the petition. Right on. Right on, I hear you. Please subscribe to the channel. Turn on the notifications. Share it with others. I'd appreciate it. Sign the petition at 420gem.com. You sign the petition online. Signing where I'm at don't do any good at all. You sign it online. It's an online federal petition, 420jim.com, 420jim.com. Help release the cannabis prisoners and make it federally legal for all. I'm on TikTok at 4:30 or 4:20 p.m. You can join me on TikTok. I'm on YouTube here at noon and 7 p.m. So you can catch me back here at 7 p.m. this evening. Until then, peace, love, and cannabis for all. One team, one dream, united we stand, and if we try, we can all get along. Thank you, thank you, thank you. My dogs love you, I love you, and most of all, Jesus loves you. Have a wonderful afternoon. I hope to see y'all back at 7 p.m. Peace out. Remember, share, share, share.